Hey guys, I have a story time about that guy I was recently talking to that turned out he was only after my cookies. So, I was in Houston in early July or something, and I was staying in a hotel and I needed to go to Starbucks, and that's where I met this very handsome, seemed sweet gentleman at first. Didn't think he was a player at first. I got his number and everything. Well, we started talking first before I got his phone number. And when I was there, he randomly texted me saying, "Oh, we should hang out." I'm just like, okay, I don't know when we'll be able to do that because I'm busy, so it's gonna have to be before I go home. So he sat with me and everything before I went home, and before I left, I hugged on him because I couldn't keep my hands off of him. Because at that point, I thought he was a really good guy at first and a good personality, someone I could see myself with in long term. This guy, no, I'm gonna call him Mr. Scrubs, okay? Mr. Scrubs, he had a nice, sweet voice too. He had me fooled. He had me fooled and everything. So when I get back home, he continues to persistently text me, but I started to feel as if he was distracted by something else because he wasn't texting me like that. So I asked him, "Hey, you seem distracted." He said, "Yes, I'm focused on school, and that's I'm in school right now, and that's my first focus." I said, "Okay." So I tried to just back off a little bit. So Mr. Scrubs, he manages to text me and show interest in that he wanted to come down and see me. I was just like, "I'm sorry, I can't right now because I'm busy." And he said, "Well, you need to be saving up, you need to be saving up." At the time, I didn't know what that meant. I really didn't know what that meant. So I was just like, okay. So I received a text him, "Hey, good morning, how are you?" with these little cute emojis with the hearts and everything. And we also followed each other on Instagram. He followed me on Instagram and I followed him on Instagram. And this is still in July. He's still liking on my posts and everything. I'm liking on his. And out of nowhere, he just stops liking my posts. And with me, I pretty much liked all of his posts because he didn't really have much on his Instagram or anything, but I like all his posts and everything. Here it is August, and Mr. Scrubs, I'm still texting him, but I'm still not receiving text messages from him. So I'm putting in all the work and showing interest in this man, but it's crickets on my end. Crickety, crickety, crickets on my end. So there are times I asked him, "Hey, are you genuinely interested in me?" And I wouldn't get no answer. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" He would just ignore it or don't even respond to them at all. And that started to make me feel a type of way. Because look, I'm interested in you, but do you feel the same way about me? That's what I wanted to know. I just wanted to know so you won't waste my time. I'm not gonna be putting up with somebody who's just gonna sit there and just waste my time. Y'all, with me noticing this change in him and how it made me feel, I told my friend about it. And right off the bat, she said, "He sounds like a user to me." And of course, I'm just like, "No, no, he's probably just busy with work, probably has exams and everything, and busy with school and everything." I didn't want to believe it at first, but I'm still texting this guy, Mr. Scrubs, still no response. But out of the blue, he texted me back saying, "Oh, busy right now." And it's like, if you really like me, then you would put more time into texting me than what you're doing right now. And it still made me feel a type of way. It really did. It still made me feel a type of way because I like you, but how come you don't feel the same way about me? But I'm getting to that point though. I'm getting to that point. So up until last week, y'all, Mr. Scrubs has still not responded to any of my texts. And with the way how I was feeling, I sent this long message to him, asking him, "Hey, where do you and I stand?" Because it's just crickets, nothing. I haven't heard anything from Mr. Scrubs. And in the message, I also asked him, "Hey, I'm not trying to pressure into something that you don't. I'm not trying to pressure you into something that you don't want to do. And it was a long message. And you know what this Mr. Scrubs texted me? He's like, when are you coming? I didn't text him. I said, can you answer my question, please? With a smiley face, because I was being petty. And I resent him the message too. And he asked me again, when are you coming? So finally, I told him in November. With me replying back to Mr. Scrubs regarding me going back to Houston in November, he's going to reply back, that long? I'm just like, well, if you want to come and see me before then, you can. He's like, well, what do you mean? I'm just like, oh, well, I was just thinking it out loud. I was just being petty at that point because I knew what he was doing. And I sent laughing emojis at him too. And I also texted him, I told him, well, I don't know when you're going to be able to come see me. He replies back, whenever you get my hotel and bus ticket. Y'all, I wish I had the freaking text messages to show y'all. At least those. I have some, but I wish I had all of them so I could show y'all because I kid you not, that's what he texted me. He's like, when you get my hotel and bus ticket. So in other words, he wanted me, me to pay for his hotel and bus ticket so he can come here and see me. Wow. Wow, Mr. Scrubs. So basically, y'all, Mr. Scrubs, he wanted to come down here and see me so he can put his sausage in my hot pocket. That's not happening. I'm not giving it up that easy. You gotta work for it. He didn't work for it. He's a player, and I don't give stuff like that to players. No, you got a real man or earn my cookies. Not a player. I don't give out my cookies to no players. Only to a real man. Hold on, y'all. Mr. Scrubby Scrubs had something else to say, and that ain't all. So, in the midst of us talking, I mentioned I'm trying to get my content up, and Mr. Scrubby Scrubs says, oh, you mean OnlyFans? I'm like, no. That's how I looked at the text message, but I didn't say no. Then he's gonna say, oh, keep the OnlyFans between us. I'm just like, I had to tell him, no, I don't do that. I have respect for myself not to be doing that. I have respect not for myself not to be doing that to myself and exposing my body like that. Obviously, Mr. Scrubby Scrubs, your head is somewhere else. You need to get it together and clean your head because your head is too far deep in the gutter.